All right, we are wrapping up our SDCC exclusives from the show. We had a lot to get through and we wanted to mix in other new products. So our friends over at Factory Entertainment gave us a bunch of these on our way out from the show after we checked out their booth and had that amazing demo. So we just wanted to showcase a few to you today because some of these are still available on their website if you want to pick them up, which is always great. Factory does a lot of things from full-size props all the way down to small-scaled replicas, as well as a whole bunch of fun fandom products. Whether they be mugs or plates, as we showed you that Jurassic Park plate was really cool, or bottle openers. They love doing bottle openers. So we're going to show you some bottle openers, and we're going to show you the Viserys crown from House of the Dragon as well. That is one of their scaled props, just so you can check out the amazing detail and what you're getting in that. So we have the Peacemaker helmet right here, which is really nice and has this shiny reflective chrome as a bottle opener. And then we have the Star Trek, the Cricket Phaser bottle opener. I believe this is from the Next Generation. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, so it took me a minute to pick that up. But they also have ones from the other shows as well. I think they're, the original series and the Next Generation, so there are different bottle openers for that. And then, of course, Viserys crown from House of the Dragon. We'll check this out as well to see what kind of display it has with it. And you guys could, pick them up based on the links we have if you just wanted to get a sense of what they look like before you get them, sort of a virtual trial, if that's what this is here for. So why don't you come in a little bit closer and check out the awesome detail on these products. All right, I'm going to try to make this an unboxing in addition to a review video. So you can see the front and back here are the other products in the line you have from Next Generation and from the original series. So you get a lot of variety. There are more on the website as well, so feel free to check it out in the link we have. My favorite so far has been the Rick and Morty one, the portal gun, just because it fires the bottle cap after you remove it. So it's got double functionality to it. So we're trying to get this out here. And this is just going to function. It's going to have that great detail of the Cricket Phaser. Of course, the buttons don't work. It doesn't light up or anything like that. It's metal, so you have this nice die-cast nature to it. And then the bottle functioning is just right here on the back, so you could just pop the bottle up. But it has a lot of intricate detail on it, which, Factory Entertainment is known for that. They're really good at their work. They're craftsmen of product replicas, so they have shown us some impressive feats over the past couple years. So check out our full booth video if you want to check out some of their latest, and then check out our video from last year where we got to see some of the phasers out of the case too, and they did a demo on the early prototypes of those. So this is a great way to display your fandom. It's hand size. You can see I have a pretty big hand. It's hard to tell here. So this is about, I want to say 3.5, maybe almost 4 inches long. And then, so it's got those buttons. They're all individually painted. And then it just has that fun feature in the back, and it's metal, so you don't have to worry about a plastic replica snapping on you. So they do have that going for it. Next up, we have the Peacemaker here. Love the show. This has got the logo from the show, and it's just going to be his helmet as a sort of a replica bottle opener, but not the entire helmet. It's just going to be, I imagine it's going to be flat. We'll check it out when we open it here. And you can see it here in the case. And this one is a lot larger. As you can see, my giant hand, it's filling it here. And it's a little heavy. I mean, this is a solid chunk of metal here, so it's pretty nice. It's got that nice reflective nature to it. Of course, the eyes aren't carved out like the mask on the show there, so you're not going to be able to see through it that way. And I mean, it's pretty much the whole helmet. I mean, it's the only one is like the top half of his face, so it kind of includes all of that. But it's not 3D. It's not going to be rounded in the back. It does have these little coaster elements to it, so it could sit on a surface here. And here is the bottle opening part. Apologies for the reflective nature of this. So you could use it to open things, and then you could probably even hang it on the wall if you wanted to, just putting a peg or something like that and just hanging it there. Unclear if it's magnetic. I'll do a magnet test at the end so you can see if there is a way to put this on a magnet board. But at this point, it is quite hefty. But I do love that reflective chrome nature to it. So both this guy and the phaser here retail for $22, and they're on Factory Entertainment's website right now. I checked it out, so I'll have links for those if you want to pick them up. So pretty nice that you can grab both of these at a really nice price for the quality. Like I said, this is pretty heavy. This is something he would use as a weapon on the show. That's what's so cool about it as well. And then the last thing we have is the Viserys Targaryen crown, as you can see right here in the back. We've done a lot of reviews of their scaled replicas, and they have a surprising amount of detail in them for being so much smaller and much less priced than the full-scale replicas. Of course, there are full-scale replicas of this if you really want to pay for one of those crowns. They're going to run in the hundreds of dollars, whereas this one was only 60 bucks for the scaled version. So let's check this guy out here. So he's in this nice box here. It's going to be multiple layers of foam to protect the protect the product here so it doesn't get scratched. Let's see if there's a base in here as well. Yeah, there is a base right here in the bottom. Look at that. We have a nice little House of the Dragon base for the crown. We'll take that out so we can display it. And it's got the logo on the back with the HBO and everything. So they have included several bases with their scale products. If you want to look back and check out the ones we did from the Thundercats weapons, those were really nice. I think this is just going to sit on top. You can see these little pins here are just going to keep the crown from moving around. So yeah, so that's really it. So it would display like this. It's got these cuts here in the bottom and the top, and that is sort of where the pointy parts of the crown go. So it would sit on there, but you can see here a lot of nice detail on that. All the different little symbols here on the side. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see a little bit better. A lot of nice detail on that all the way around. And it's got the house crest on the front there. Really nice rendering of that as well. And then all the other symbols there. So you cannot wear this unless you have a very tiny head. But you can put it on a doll or something, I guess. But it's solid metal, really nice. Like I said, they put a lot of effort, even though this is a scaled down version, they have done the real scale. So they just take that and try to replicate those details on a much smaller scale. So it's more compact if you wanted to display it on, say, like your desk at work. You don't have the massive crown, or maybe you want to get the massive crown and display that at your desk at work. You could do that too. But it sits here really steady on this little base. It's not falling off. Oh, well, maybe if you earthquake shake it will. But it's, oh, I didn't have it in there right. But it's on there pretty good. So it's not going to roll off your desk. So quite nicely displayed. Not a bad price point on a replica that's made out of solid metal here. This is not plastic. This is not resin. I mean, not to knock Hasbro, but they were charging $100 for that Magneto Marvel Legends helmet, and that was just a thin plastic. This is 60 bucks, and this is solid metal. So, you know, to each his own, but for quality of construction, I mean, this is a lot nicer. So just throwing that out there. So that is basically your look at all these products here. They can all nicely stand up as well, so you can see them. And then you have your bottle openers, and then you have your scaled replica, just like we said, sort of their product mix for their bottom tier items, and then you go up to the more expensive full-size scales. So why don't we do a quick magnetic test, and then we'll wrap things up. All right, so I have one of the helping hands from my soldering set that I was using for a proton pack build, so we'll just try to use this as an indicator. And I am getting no magnetic connectivity here, so it's probably made out of aluminum or some kind of mixture of metals there. Let's see this guy. Nope, no steel or any other metals there. And then this guy, nope, no magnetic property. So you couldn't just throw these on a magnetic surface and have them hang up, which is a shame because that would be cool if it had a magnet in it or some kind of steel plate in the back, and then you could just stick it on a magnetic surface and have that there for when you wanted to use it as a bottle opener. But I still think you could mount these with a quick screw or something on the wall and just let them hang there because they have that ridge up there to be able to hang on something. Same with this guy here, so I think it's easy to mount him that way. And that concludes today's quick look at some SDCC exclusives from Factory Entertainment from this year, all available right now on their website. This whole set will cost you around $104. Not bad to get all these different items here. Of course, you don't have to get all of them. It's really about what your fandom is. So if you're a huge DC fan or you're a Star Trek fan or a Game of Thrones or a subsequent spin-off fan, you have all these options. So just something you could consider. There are a ton of other products on there. They have Back to the Future, they have Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jaws, Universal Monsters. It goes on and on and on. So please check out the link we have in the bottom of the video for Factory Entertainment's website. Check out the link for these products if you're interested in getting them. And tune back here for more news, because of course we will cover more Factory Entertainment products. We love it. It's great. These guys are solid craftsmen. We showed you some of their extremely high-end products they did. If you want to check out our video from the con this year with their studio quality replicas of the Enterprise and other shuttles and other craft from famous films for the last 50, 60 years. Definitely worth checking those out. They're awesome. So that is all for this time. Like, subscribe, and follow, and we'll see you guys next time.